Another episode of Groovi Tuesday. My name is Paul Church from Clarity here in the UK. How's everybody doing today? I know it takes a while for people to find us, but I can see that the lovely Karen is already in the room and posted. She's in a sunny Shoreham this morning. Good morning, Karen. I can see people are starting to tune in now, so good morning and welcome. We are on episode 106 of Groovi Tuesday. Good morning, Mo. All good today, absolutely. Always good on a Tuesday, especially at 10 o'clock or just before 10 o'clock. There we go, here comes everybody. We've got Karin, we've got Ken, we've got Anja. Lovely to have everyone. See, everyone, all of a sudden, everyone starts sort of piling into the room. Plenty of time, plenty of space. Pull up a chair, pull up a sofa, pull up a beanbag. Wherever you are, we've got the lovely Jane in the room. Good morning, Jane. Roz, raining in Crawley. Well, Roz, you can keep the rain in Crawley because it's lovely and sunny here in Edenbridge, so in Kent. What's the weather like with everybody else today? Got lovely Alison in the room. The sun is out today at last. Ruth, where are you, Ruth? Whereabouts in the world are you? That should be my text message from Stuart. Sounds good. Thank you very much, Stuart. Stuart is in the room with you today, so if you have any questions and need to know anything, as we're talking, we're going along, then I'll ask Stuart to pop some links up. Good morning, lovely Pat Hoskins, Pat Coombs. Pat Coombs is going out to where? Crewkerne for a day, as it's sunny and not rainy. Where's Crewkerne? Have I pronounced that wrong? I've probably pronounced it completely wrong. Good morning, Margaret. Glynis is in the room. Sun is trying in between showers. Is that you in between showers, Glynis, or you mean the rain? No, I'm in a silly mood today, so this hour could be fun. I could be talking a load of gibberish halfway through this show. What else we got? It's in Somerset, pronounced perfectly. Thank you. I'm terrible with pronunciations. Yeah. Good morning from a cold and rainy South Norway. Good morning, Ellen. I know, isn't it strange? I mean, the weather's the weather at the end of the day, isn't it? And at the weekend the weekend coming, possibly going to the Hickstead Horse Show over near Haywards Heath, but it all depends on the weather. And previously when we've had really good weather. So I think we're meant to be going on the Sunday to that. I like watching the horse jumping and just walking around. And also one of the main reasons for going there is they do those fresh hot donuts. Sad, I know. But I do love a fresh, the donut rings where they dip in loads of sugar. I eat a whole bag in one go. It's like you go down to the beach and they have the little vans or the little kiosks. I have to get some and I have to eat them as they're hot. So I know, terrible. So I hope everybody's well. Just gone 10 o'clock and I can see the room is filling up nicely. So have we got any first timers out there today? Anyone tuning in for the first time? Humberta is in Warren, Rhode Island, USA. Good morning, evening, afternoon. I'm rubbish with everything really. Rubbish with time zones. I just about know what time it is in the UK. I know, sorry for making you all feel hungry, but I can just, those donuts, I can smell them, I can taste them. I told you it's going to be a silly hour. But yeah, those donuts are the best. It doesn't matter where in the country you go, they're always the same. And they've got to be hot as well. That's the part. And all the grease on them. So I know it's sad going to a horse show just to get some donuts. no, I do enjoy watching the horse jumping. And they often have like the little Shetland pony derbies, like Grand National type thing. So and if the weather's good, it's a lovely day. So so as I was saying, let's get back to Groovi Tuesday. We've had our weather reports. I sidetracked over to Hicksted and Donuts, and we're on episode 106. We're on part 7 of the Leafy frame. Now, last week I spoke about what we'd be looking at next, which was going to be the Pergamano multi-needle handbook volume 2, and we're still going to do that. But so we've got this week today, and then next week, and then the week after we have our summer retreats, so that I'll be off for a week, not off for a week, but I'll be away from here for a week. So rather than sort of start next week with the multi-needle volume 2 toolbook, and let me show you what I'm talking about. This handbook here, and many of you took advantage of our half price club member sale because I saw those popping into baskets. So what I thought we would do, so it's the week commencing, I think it's the 7th of August, there'll be no Groovi Tuesday because it will be day 1 of our summer retreats. So the week after, we will start on this handbook. And what it also means is that it gives the picking and packing department chance to pick all those sale orders and get it out to you in time for that. I was trying to sort of pull them through and stuff like that, but they've had a lot of orders. You really have enjoyed the half price member sale, and I'm not mentioning any names on how many orders people have placed, like Ken, Jill, Glynis, Jane. I've seen them all. So yeah, so that will give the team the chance to get the books and the tools out for there. So this week and next week, we're going to carry on with the lovely Leafy frame, and then we'll have a natural break for a week while we do the summer retreats. And then when we come back, we'll go to the book and we're going to start to work our way through. Now, if you've got the book, then you'll know exactly where it starts. But we'll have a look at this in a little bit more detail later for those of you that maybe are. Sorry, Glynis, didn't mean to grass you up. It was only 1.5 orders. No. Pete's not listening, is he, Glynis? So, and it's all for you to make samples with. So it's not as if, yeah, exactly. So, right, okay, I'm in trouble now. Pat Coombs, yes, Pat Coombs. She's hoping her husband will be in the garden when the postman starts delivering. I don't think it'll be the postman, Pat. Postman, Pat. I don't think it'll be the postman. Not from what I remember of your orders. Sorry, Pete. Glynis didn't buy anything. No, it's all stuff that's for making samples. She didn't buy anything on this. Right, okay. So during the course of this hour, it really is going to be a silly hour this hour. We're going to carry on with our project using the plates we've been looking at over the past 2 weeks, or 7 weeks now. And I'm going to give you a sneaky peek of the new designs from the new and exclusive, which launches on Create and Craft on Thursday. And I've got some stunning artwork to share with you from Linda Williams and the fantastic design team. So you have to make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll have a recap on what TV shows we've got coming up over on Thursday and Friday. And yeah, I think we're just going to have a nice, chilled, fun hour. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's all about sort of, so if you've got any questions, this is a great opportunity sort of, because I'm going to sort of waffle and sort of try different things. So if you want to see how something's done, yeah, just ask away. And if I miss it, I'm sure Stuart will ping me a message. So I'm looking at my phone now because it's just off camera. Okay, I think we have plenty of people in the room so far. 96 people in the room already. Good morning and good afternoon and good evening. So we was looking at this plate. This is where the main focus has been, and this is one of our A5 poetry plates. And I really liked the frame that was on this design, as well as the poem as well. And we had a look at how we could shorten it. And last week, I think it was for Karin? We looked at how we could extend it to make it bigger as well. So we had a look at sort of different layouts for that. Then we had a look at different ways of colouring. Now, I normally, when I'm colouring, I tend to go with my pergaliner pencils because they're safe. And if I make a mistake, I can rub them out. But more recently, I've really been enjoying using the Dorso crayons. A lovely sort of palette of colours. We've got a bright, a lively colour, and we have our natural colours. And normally, from what I'm aware of in the past, is that they would be more for sort of doing sort of like colouring large areas, although you can use them in smaller areas. And we had some great tips from Glynis and a fantastic tip from Pat Hoskins with an old pair of tights. So if you want to know what to do with your old pairs of tights, then go back to episode 5 where we discussed that matter. But I've really enjoyed working with them because they're different. And yeah, they're just different. And we've been looking at mixing the colours up. We've been having a play with the mix mats and trying different ways of applying it. So I've really enjoyed working, and I'm going to use these a lot more now that I feel a little bit more comfortable with them. And they also have that safety net that if I do make a mistake, I can still rub them out. So, yeah. So we've looked at let's pop that to one side, pop those over there. And this is a piece, let's move the plates as well. Let's clear the decks. And this is what we were heading towards. Now I'm going to put it on the black, and you can see some colour, but it's not that vibrant, is it? So we took the frame, we took the verse or the poem, but then we also took that lovely rose from the Jane Nesterenko Rose and Lattice plate that we worked with previously. And roses are one of my most favourite flowers, and in my garden they're all blooming now. Some of them are flowering again for the second time. I've got pinks and reds and lilacs, yellows, oranges, multicolours. I just love a rose, and so I thought this would fit great within the actual frame. Now, if you're new to Groovi, we have a fantastic collection from Jane Nesterenko, where there's I wonder if I've still got them here. I sort of had a bit of a tidy up. I say a tidy up, I just shuffled everything and moved it around. Yeah, here we go. I think these are, yes, let's have a look. He says, just bending down. Okay. So if you like flowers, the Jane Nesterenko, maybe Stuart could pop a link up to Jane Nesterenko's flowers for us. You've got a different rose, so it's a different view, different foliage around the outside. You've also got one of my favourite flowers, the agapanthus, and I've got 4 in my garden at the moment, 3 of which, 2 are that lovely traditional lilac-y colour. 1 is a little bit paler, and I'm just waiting for the white one to flower. So we've got the agapanthus, then See, I haven't got any of these in my garden, but I do like them. Dahlias or dahlias. No, dahlias. My nan used to have loads of different dahlias in her garden. And yeah, so we've got dahlias as well. And then what is the fourth one? The fourth one in the collection is the fuchsia. And I've got a couple of fuchsias in the garden that are just flowering at the moment. So they're the main sort of floral images. And then each of them come with like an accessories plate. So you have the Agapanthus nameplate. And you've got these lovely borders on there. Beautiful butterfly. But it's very similar in size to the rose that comes within there. Then we have our dahlia nameplate, so single stems. Then we have the roses nameplate. You'll notice each of the nameplates have these fantastic borders. And then finally we have the fuchsia nameplate. Lovely hummingbird. See, the hummingbird would look nice within that frame as well. So it's all about sort of just having choices, because a frame is a frame, so to speak. And what I chose to do was work with the frame and introduce the flower from the design we'd been working on previously. So we introduced that. Let me grab a piece of, I'm going to put a piece of white card underneath so we can sort of have a look at the vibrancy of the colour. And all of this has been coloured in using the Dorso crayons. If I turn it over, we can look on the back. So it's a little bit more vibrant. And I decided to go, I think we all decided, decided to go with a piece of companion paper from Toscana. And remember, we flicked through the book last week, and there was a sort of like a more of a lighter colour, wasn't there? But I felt that just looks, oh no, too limey. But this lovely orangey peach was perfect for that. But I still wanted to add a little bit more depth to my colouring. So all of the colouring has been done on the back, and we use the Dorso crayons, the mix mat, the Dorso oil, the blending pens to apply the colour. So for this session, what I want to do, I now want to go back and use the pergoliner pencils and add a little bit more depth, because you can use both of them together. Okay. So if you're not sure when it comes to colouring, it's always a good idea to trace out an element and just practice. So when I was trying different ways of applying the Dorso crayons on my leaves, I had to practice on here first. And the same when I was looking for my colour for the frame. Okay. So we're going to have a look at, where's all my pencils gone? I have them all here. Yep, they're all hiding from me. Well, not all of them, I've got most of them here. But have I got the right ones that I want? Okay. So who's crafting along with me, or is everyone just watching and recovering from their purchases in the half price member sale? Okay, so what is Pat telling me? Okay, look. Pat is saying, Paul, just a few square inches of the tights fabric wrapped tightly around cotton wool used to do the job with colouring parchment. We had to improvise as there wasn't the great choice of products there is now. No laughing, we are talking 30 years ago. I totally get that. And it's about adapting, isn't it? And sort of seeing what you've got. Cotton wool balls, I don't even know whether you can still get them now. I think somebody said that they stopped doing them. I don't know. But I think it's a great, I suppose in a way, it's sort of like, it's a bigger area, isn't it, to apply and to smooth out. So it was a great tip. Maybe I'll try it one day. Maybe I'll see if I can find a pair of tights somewhere. Don't start sending me tights, please. I'm sure I could ask one of the ladies here in the office if they have an old pair of tights. I could try it. Yeah, give it a go. Could be the next best thing since sliced bread, don't know. But yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I will. Stuart, can you remind me later? I need to ask somebody for a pair of tights. I'm going to give it a go. I really am. Maybe next week, if I can find a pair of tights in time. Oh, this is so fun. I love this. I love the interaction with everybody at home. Because I don't know how it used to be done traditionally. I'm only working now with what I have in front of me and what I know works for me. And because we didn't know what the rules were, then there was no rules to break, so to speak. Now I'm looking for my dark green pencil. Those groovy gremlins. Maybe they've run off to get some donuts. I'm sure I've got a dark green here. Let's have a look. I bet it's hiding on the table somewhere. Never mind. We will work with what we have. We'll go with the flow, as they say. All right, let's pull up a chair. Oh, it's right in front of me. Right in front of me, in the pot. Grab those. Grab those. Now, there was something else I wanted to try as well. I'm not sure whether I want to try it on this, but I'm going to try it. Because they're here as well. The Pergamano gel pens. And the metallic, so you've got like a lilac, you've got a gold, you've got a pink, you've got a white and a silver. And I did have a play with them a couple of weeks ago before we went to air. And I thought it might add a nice little touch here and there. Maybe to the ribbon, because I haven't put any colour on the ribbon. So maybe we'll try that later. What do you reckon? You know what? I'm going to try it now. Okay, pencils to one side. Let me grab this plate. Let's move that out of the way. I want to see, because obviously if I'm going to use them, I need to use them on the front. Now I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So where's my little note gone to say which way I need to go? And zoom in slowly. Slowly. Oh, sorry, too fast. Okay. Hands up in the room. Who has the gel pens? Who's used them? And what have you done with them? I.e., in your projects. Not what have you done with them? I told you, didn't I? It's going to be a funny session. It's not normally like, if you're tuning in for the first time, it's not normally this. Well, maybe it is. I'm just going to wipe parchment. So if I put my glasses on. Okay. Right. So if I just trace out, I just want this part here. I'm just replicating the area in which I want to pop that colour. Okay, I'm going to do it a couple of times to see what it looks like. Now I wonder, so sometimes it's all about playing, doesn't it? And trying things. And there's nothing like trying something live on Facebook in front of an audience. Okay. Question from Mo. When does the sale finish? It finished at midnight last night, Mo. Yeah, midnight last night it finished. Well, it didn't actually finish probably till about 9 o'clock this morning because we had to finish off the process to run to repopulate. Question from Jane. Are you using them on the front? I was planning to. What do you reckon, Jane? I suppose because they've got that metallic, I suppose you've got to put them on the front. So what's going to say? I've got the white, the gold, and the silver. Have used them straight on the front. You also use the gold or silver to write greetings inside a dark card. No, that's naughty. Well, it's not naughty. Yeah, it ran for, I think it was 14 days. So, yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, that's what I thought, Jane, as well. So let's go for the lilac. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I do know, hang about, he says. Let me get, stretch. Clearness was saying about using them on dark card to write greetings. So let's take a piece of black card and let's take a piece of white card. Oops, sorry. Okay, so let's see if we write CL Clarity Crafts in black, Clarity Crafts on white. Okay, I will hold it to a different camera shortly because it doesn't look, I mean, I can see. So let's do the same. It's lovely on black. It's got like a two-tone type of color effect. Clarity Crafts. Okay. Then we've got the gold. What I need to do, because my hand is smearing, I need, where's my Groovi guard? Just pop that on there. Clarity. Sometimes, rather than go fast, you know, like the tape runners, if you go too fast, it can not work. We've got Clarity Crafts there. So if it goes like this, see where it stopped working, then all I'm going to do is just hold it upright and just scribble a little bit. There we go. And what it does, just gets it going again. Clarity. I can feel it. So all it is just a little ball bearing within the tip. Okay, so that's the gold. So what else have I got? I've got the silver. Let's have a look. Yeah. So let's go. Nice. Okay. Who has the gel pens? Clarity Crafts. What is Jane saying? If you trace the lines with a number 2 tool, you can then trace over on the front with the metallic pens. You have to go slower with the pens as the ink is slightly thicker. If it stops working, scribble in the palm of your hand. That will get it working better than scribbling on card. Right, there we go. See, fantastic to have the design team in the room. Lots of top tips there. So let's have it white. Okay. So clarity crafts. I'm not even going to bother whiting on the white, writing on the white because it's white on white. La 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 la. La 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 la. Can you hear me? There is a clicking sound. Anybody hear me? Can you hear me yet? Back now. Did you hear me going la 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 la? Very strange. No idea. Stuart says back to normal. Define normal, Stuart. No idea why that happened. I apologize even. Yeah, I had full signal, full batteries. You know what? Sometimes if something stops working, 9 times out of 10, switching it off and switching it back on again tends to work. And luckily, it worked on that occasion. No idea why, because everything was reading normal. I could see the little green bar. It wasn't singing, it was the noise I was making. Okay, so I don't know where I cut off, but let's go back. I was talking about the purple, wasn't I? So we've coloured in the purple. I wonder whether it picks up the shimmer. Oh, there we go. You can look at that. You can see the shimmer now, can't you? On the purple. Pete says, I'll make it rain if I sing. Yeah. I can't sing. It says you wouldn't try it with a pacemaker. No, probably not a good idea. Okay, so let's have a look at the pink. So I'm repeating that process. I'm just trying to stay away from, and it works slightly differently on the parchment than it does on card, because the card is porous and the parchment's non-porous. So it sort of sits on top. So we've got the lovely pink. So we've done the pink, we've done the lilac or purple, whichever way you want to call it. Let's try the gold. Now my gold, I think, needs a bit of encouragement. Remember when I was doing it on the card? So let's try the trick on the hand. So I haven't used these pens in a long time. I reckon I need a new gold. Oh, there's also a bronze as well. I forgot about the bronze. I need to get myself a new gold. That gold has been in my... Let's try the bronze. Oh, the bronze is nice. I like the bronze. Let's go over that gold. Nice. Forgot about the bronze. See, I didn't put them all out of the... What brand are the pens? They are Pergamano, Pat. There we go. Pergamano's own range of gel pens. So they're 0.7, 0.7. I think they're all 0.7. And then let's have a look at the silver. Nice. So the little circular motions. I know I digressed slightly, but I was looking at these the other week and I thought, oh, I want to have a play. See, I don't have a steady hand in relation to sort of tracing out the design. So for me personally, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I'm going to give it a go. Nothing like a bit of live pressure to add. So let me have it. So now you can definitely see that metallic shimmer now, can't you? Yeah, look at that. Really nice. The bronze would look nice with my orange rose. Yes, Jane, I totally agree. So I'm going to go for the bronze for my ribbon on my piece of artwork. Okay. Now, I wonder. Mix mat. So if I scribble out some colour on my mix mat, let me take... See, I'm experimenting now. Let's take a nib. Oh, I've got all my pencils out. I've got everything out of the box today. Okay. Right, so let's take a nib. I don't know whether this is going to work. I'm going to try it. So you get the colour. Let me see. And it's got a bit of a shimmer. Not much, but it has a bit. Okay. So, all right, let me try something else. I know I'm using the oil mat, but this was just the nearest mat that I had. Now I wonder, you know where we've played with a dry water brush before? I know it's got green on the end. Even softer. Let's pop that white piece of card underneath. So the blending pen gives better coverage. Try mixing two colours together, shall we? Should we try? Okay. What colour should I? So if I do, let's do the purple. And should I do the bronze? I don't know what those two colours are meant to give me. But we can try. So they do mix. Probably not the right colours to mix. I've got a sort of a darker shade. Okay, purple and white. See, I'm being led by the audience. So let's go again. Do some purple. And try blending the blending pen over colour. What do you mean by that, Pat? Sorry. Can't see whether. Okay, so the white. Let's get the white going. The white. Oh, there we go. Little dots. Right, the ball bearing just in that one just needed a little bit of activation. I don't think you can use Dorso oil with it. Yeah, I don't know what the Dorso. Whoa, should we try it? Right. We can only try, can't we? I'll do. You make the suggestions, and I'll give it a go. What have I got to lose? Right, I'm going to put the Dorso oil on the sponge. Okay. So try blending over colour, so as you would over the pencil. Right, okay, I think I know what you mean. Right. Okay, so no, the Dorso oil, well, I say no. Yeah, the Dorso oil just breaks up the ink. Makes it go further, but no, maybe not. No, I don't think so. Okay, so now what Pat is saying. So Pat, forgive me if I'm wrong. My colouring skills are very basic. So I either colour with the pencils, I either colour with the pens, I colour with the Dorso. So when you say, as you would over the pencil, I say, so if I've coloured the pencil, so if I do some colouring with a pencil, let's have a look. So if I take, I don't know, we've got a purple. So if I take some purple, wrong purple, it's the other one. This one. So this is on the back. Okay. So if I turn it over, and then I take the purple. So I think that the pen blocks out whatever's underneath. Would I put the pencil on top? No, the pencil just it's too waxy. Okay, so could you go rewind? Try blending the pen over the color. Yeah, I think the wax ones are too waxy, but maybe it'll work with one of the aqua pencils. Let's try. Let me grab an aqua pencil. Really digressed on this, haven't we? So I'm doing it on top. No, it's smeary. Okay, homework. Homework, it's not homework. Why don't we all have a play? Hands up who's got the gel pens? I know many of you had, and I know many of you have recently ordered them in the sale. So maybe when you get them, have a play, see what you can come up with, and then next week, bring it back to the table and share what you found. Because sometimes just playing, like I'm doing now, just asking the questions, can you do this, can you do that? Unless we try, sometimes we won't find out whether it works or not. And because we're only doing it on a scrap piece of parchment, it doesn't matter, does it? But we may come up with something amazing. Now, Jane was talking about going over the white line. Okay, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go for the sake of giving it a go. Okay, so I'm going to hold. Oh, I don't. Oh. I'm holding my breath. I don't know why I'm holding my breath. Breathe, 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 breathe. Not sure. It does look nice. I suppose what I need is better image, don't I? Rather than just a line. I am sort of quite pleased with that. But what I need, I tell you what, let's go to my practice piece here. Okay, I'm going to go to the copper. The copper, not the policeman, or the bronze, copper or the bronze. Okay. I need a drink for this. Coffee. Right, okay. Steady. I'm scared. Groovy guard. Groovy guard. Oh no. Okay. I suppose it's like that trick that Barb says when, you know, when you're doodling, you're looking at the, slowly, okay, Jane, slowly. You're looking at the road in front rather than looking at the wheel. Slowly. See, I can't go slow. And I'm scared. That's much better. Speed definitely makes a difference. Well, I think it does. Or lack of speed. That's, yeah, okay. It really is. You've got to go slow. And you've got to try not to overthink it. Don't be scared, we're all hiding behind you. Oh dear. I've got 113 people cowering behind me. I can feel you all behind me. Oh, no. Slow, 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 slow. Okay. I do require a bit more practice. Okay. But I think I like the result. Look. Yeah, I do like the result. Don't all hold your breath. Please breathe. Please. That was my first one where I went too fast. But the second one definitely needs... Let me come in on this one. Where we're going. Definitely needs more practice. There we go. So Jane is saying, great tip. And it makes perfect sense. If you have done the tracing with the number 2 tool, then the embossed line wouldn't have been as high. Yeah, totally makes sense. Now I've just spotted the time and I haven't shown you the new and exclusive because I got carried away with the gel pens. Okay. Lids on pens. Dorso oil out of the way. Are you ready? Okay. Gremlins about, internet's gone on my side. I think I'm still broadcasting. Is there anybody still in the room? Anybody there? Somebody talk to me. Will it dry sufficiently so I won't smear? Well, I've put it to one side and I'll wipe my finger over it before the end of the session. Right, everyone can see. Okay, perfect. Okay. You don't want to be looking at me. You want to be looking. This is the new release from Linda Williams. I need to zoom out. So, for those of you that are familiar with Linda Williams layering frames, this is set 2 of the collection. Okay, so as previously, these are A4 square plates. Okay, and there's 3 A4 square plates. So the first one is the country cottage. For me, this frame around the outside is like reminds me of sort of like an embroidery style. It's lovely. Okay, so we've got the country cottage. The next one we have is the farm in the valley. Okay, so you can see you've got more different layers of frames. So you've got the little scene, you've got the little dog and the cat, you've got the sheep, snowdrops, farmhouse, the fields. I mean, look at that landscape. Lovely frames. Then, as we've said previously, in each collection, there's going to be a dotted cross stitch design. And this one, I think everybody's going to love. Look at this. Okay, so we've got snowdrops. We've got 4 different corners. We've got so many different circular frames. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minimum. That's one, that's one, that's one, that one, that one. Depending on, Karen said her eyes won't stay shut and her purse is wiggling. Okay. And then with each of the collections, we then have an A5 square companion plate. So enjoy the little things in life because one day you will glance back and realize that they were the big things. Isn't that true? Crocuses, primrose, snowdrops. don't know what, I think they're primroses as well. I have to ask Linda what they are. Okay, so they're the designs. Okay, I'm just seeing all the comments. Let's have a look at some artwork. Okay, so the first piece is from Linda Williams. So Linda has taken the smaller frame, the companion plate, the farm in the valley. Look at that. Beautiful. Only a few sheep in this field. They've all escaped. Then the next piece is from Jill Askham. So a lot smaller, using the smaller inner frame. The sheep have been found. Looks like a bit of, oh, what's that technique where you, with the one needle bold or the one needle fine and you tap, 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 tap. I can't think what it's called. So this is a piece from Jill. Then the next piece, same design, but bigger card. This one is from Carol Baker. Okay, and Carol is lovely. This is using the designer parchment. Stippling, that's it. Stippling, 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 stippling. Maggie Craner's favourite technique. Then this, I love this. I say I love all of the designs that the design team are coming. This is a piece from Linda Williams, using the frame, creating an aperture, and then all of these have been cut out individually. Wow. I think this might be one of the demos. I haven't gone through the demos yet for Thursday's show. Then you'll all be familiar with this type of artwork. This is from Francis. Francis Knott's done this piece. Look at that. It really is. It's got the gold, home sweet home. Let me bring this one up. It's like painting on porcelain. It really is. Okay. Then the next piece is from the lovely Josie Davidson. And what Josie's done, do you remember the Christmas plates collection from last month? Used a frame. Doesn't look Christmassy at all, does it? And it's all down to the colouring in. So that's very clever. Bringing the previous collection in with the new collection. Then the next piece is created by Linda with the dotted cross stitch. Look at that. I'm just, well, there aren't words. The artwork in front of me, there's no words, seriously, to describe this. Then we've got another one from Francis. Look at that. Then we have, I love this one as well. This is from Jill. Look. There really are no words. I think this is one of the cards coming up that I've got to demo. This is from Linda, using the companion plate. So the idea of the companion plate is it creates like a corner that you can wrap the layering frames around the outside. Okay, stunning artwork, white work on these. I need to practice. Then the next piece is from Julie Campbell, using the companion plate. I like the way that Julie's entwined that frame around behind the flowers. And I would say, I might be wrong, but I think that's been coloured in with white pencil. I'll have to, let me have a read in the back. So it probably doesn't say. It doesn't say, but I reckon. And then the final piece to share with you is another piece from Francis Knott. And if I just give that a little tilt. Friends are flowers in the garden of life. So, what can I say? Stunning artwork. Okay, so thank you, Julie. Sorry, I forgot you was in the room. So let me go back to that piece of artwork from Julie. I have to be careful. Where has it gone? Let me find it. Come on, there we go. So fine, I'm going to bring this up. So this is a piece by Julie. So I thought that they would have been coloured in with white pencil. So what Julie's saying that she's done part embossing and then coloured in with the white pencil. There we go. Love those crocuses. And I think they are primrose. I'll check with Linda, but I'm sure they're primroses as well. But they're a lovely flower. So, oh, what an hour that's been. Didn't do anything I planned to do. Ken Kilminster. Okay, so let me give you a summary of what's coming up over on Thursday and Friday on TV. So Thursday at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, it's In the Shack with Barb on TV on Create and Craft. And that sees the launch of some brand new nested square doodle dies. Barb is just, she can't stop playing with them. They were due to be launched on the Friday morning, but she wants to launch them on Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Okay, so if you love our doodle dies, then cowslips. Thank you, Jane. Cowslips. I just saw that. So 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock on Thursday on Create and Craft is In the Shack with Barb. So we've got a new stamp set and a new Groovi plate and 5 brand new nested square doodle dies. Then at 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock is the launch of the Linda Williams Layering Frames Part 2 Groovi collection in the countryside. They are exclusive to the TV. They won't be available from us until 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. Then on Friday morning, I've got the final hour of the new and exclusive at 8 a.m. And then 9 o'clock and 1 o'clock is technically the official launch of the nested square doodle dies and panel frames and panels. That's all I'm saying, frames and panels, in conjunction with some of Barb's favorite designs. So I think on there we've got the Towns house, we've got the abstract dandelion, and so we've got we've got 4 hours on Thursday and 3 hours on Friday. So all I can say is it's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. They're going to be great shows. I need to work out what the lovely Linda and Lynn Jackson has sent me to showcase the new and exclusive. I've seen the demos from Barb for the Shack show. You're going to love it. And Barb's currently working on the Friday shows. So as always, thank you once again for your company. Really enjoyed it. Great having the feedback and the questions. Does this work? Does that work? Give it a go. You never know. May come up with the next best thing. Thank you for Stuart. Thank you for the design team. As always, I can't believe where the time goes. So really enjoyed it. So next week, we're going to carry on with that frame or get sidetracked elsewhere. And then there'll be a week's break. And then when we come back, we're going to use the Multi-Needle Volume 2 handbook from Linda Williams. So enjoy the rest of your week. Hope you can join us on Thursday and Friday on the TV. Otherwise, we'll see you back on Monday in the Shack. Take care now. Bye-bye.